Hello, Nicolations. Hello, grade 11 STEM students. Kumusta naman kayo? I hope everyone is okay. Despite the bad weather and the flooding, I hope okay naman lahat. And let's continue to learn and let's continue to discuss our previous lesson regarding cytokinesis or the cellular division. All right, so let me just pull up my PowerPoint presentation. Okay. Okay, so as you can see in your screen, so we have mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis and meiosis. So we already tackled yung definitions ng dalawang to. Okay? So let's review the definition of mitosis and meiosis. So mitosis, as you all know, involves in cellular growth, cellular repair, and cellular development. Okay, whereas in meiosis, it involves in cellular reproduction or fertilization. All right? Sa mitosis, it involves yung mga body cells natin, cells of our skin, cells of our heart, cells of our bones, different organs of our body. That involves the mitosis. Kapag naman sa reproduction, this involves our gametes or our reproductive cells, the sperm cell, and the egg cell. All right, so let's discuss the similarities and the differences of these two. All right, so sa similarities na muna, both start with a diploid cell. Diploid cell meaning they both start with 46 chromosomes. Okay, next, the DNA replication occurs. So parehas silang involved in DNA replication. Sa mitosis, it produces two identical daughter cells with two 46 na chromosomes. So itong daughter cells na to, they are identical. They have the same genetic information. Whereas sa meiosis, ang goal ng meiosis is to produce 4 daughter cells with haploid, meaning hinati yung 46, naging 23 na lang. Merong 23 chromosomes yung 4 daughter cells that are not identical. They have different dominant traits. Okay, depende sa dominant trait ng bawat daughter cell. So iba yung dominant trait ng ni daughter cell A, B, C, and D. So iba-iba sila. They are unique from each other. Whereas sa mitosis, they are identical. They are the same. Okay? They both undergo the basic steps in cellular division. But in meiosis, halimbawa, sa meiosis, nakabuo yung sperm cell and yung egg cell ng isang fertilized egg. It will eventually proceed to mitosis. Kasi that fertilized egg will turn into a baby. And then, in order for that fertilized egg to grow and develop, it needs mitosis. So after meiosis, kapag nakabuo ng fertilized egg, it will proceed to mitosis. All right? Next, they both make new cells. 2 for mitosis, 4 for meiosis. Differences naman, sa mitosis, yan, diploid to diploid. 46 chromosomes to 46 chromosomes. 46 to 46. Okay? So from 46 parent cell, makaka-form siya ng dalawang daughter cells with both 46 chromosomes. Sa meiosis naman, it will eventually produce haploid daughter cells. Meaning, hinati yung 46 chromosomes, naging 23 na lang sa 4 na daughter cells. From one parent cell, So again, from one parent cell na 46 chromosomes, makakaproduce siya ng 4 na daughter cells. Alright? In mitosis, it only involves one cellular division, whereas in meiosis, meron siyang 2 cellular divisions. Kaya meron tayong stage 1 and stage 2. Okay? Alright, so the daughter cells are exactly identical, meaning they both have similar genetic information and they are equally distributed sa 2 daughter cells natin. Okay? Parehas and they are identical. Sa meiosis naman, daughter cells are genetically different. Just like what I said earlier, it depends on the dominant trait of the daughter cells. Ayan. Which nakuha to from generations of different traits. Yung mga lahi nila, kung ano ba yung mga dominant traits nila. So yung daughter cell A, iba yung dominant trait niya sa daughter cell B, iba yung dominant trait nito, iba rin nito, iba rin ito. Okay, so they are unique and different from each other. Sa mitosis, the daughter cells have 46 chromosomes. Okay, so they both have 46 chromosomes. In meiosis naman, daughter cells have 23 chromosomes each. Chromosomes align in the middle. So chromosomes, individual chromosomes align in the middle, whereas, yan, say for example, ito yung mga chromosomes natin. Yan. Mas malaki yung sa baba. Okay? So yung sa mitosis they align in the middle, whereas in meiosis they pair up. Say for example, yan. So ito yung chromosome. Yan. So iba yung pares nito, iba yung pares nito. Dalawang chromosomes magpe-pair. Paano sila magpe-pair? They pair up according to their similar traits. Say for example, itong dalawang chromosomes na to, they both have the genes, the genetic information ng black hair. See for example, ito yung black hair. Ito naman, ito yung, say for example, tall. So yung genetic information ng similar daughter cells, ng chromosomes, yung similar chromosomes with the same genetic information, they pair up. Okay? Dito, sa mitosis, individual chromosomes align. Dito sa meiosis, they have to look for their pair before they align in the middle. Okay? Sa mitosis, it's for, just like what I said earlier, it's for growth, repair, and development. Okay? In meiosis, the main goal is to make the gametes or the sex cells, the egg cell, and the sperm cell. Okay, let's move on to our next slide. So let's focus on mitosis. So what is mitosis? Again, mitosis is the name given to the cell division where a cell divides into 2 genetically identical copies of itself. So again, say for example, nasugatan yung skin mo, hindi naman pwede na kapag magre-repair na yan, hindi naman pwedeng biglang-bigla na lang may lilitaw na cells from the bones. Hindi. So it will produce the same type of skin cells and with the same color, with the same texture. Okay, so they are again identical copies of itself. Okay, the process is broken down into a series of different phases. So again, the goal of mitosis is for growth, development, tissue repair, regeneration, and reproduction. Bakit reproduction? Bakit biglang lumitaw dito yung reproduction? Just like what I said, when the fertilized egg is formed, it will eventually proceed to mitosis. Makikita natin ito later. Okay? Next slide. So again, the differences sa meiosis, egg cell, and sperm cells. Okay, sa mitosis, the ordinary cells of your body. And this is what you call the animal cell. Next. Okay, so let's proceed with the stages of mitosis. So in a nutshell, ito ang nangyayari sa mitosis. Okay, so all you have to do is to memorize the acronym IPMAT. Okay, interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay, sa interphase, yung genetic information sa loob ng nucleus, they dense up, they replicate, they duplicate para dumami sila sa loob in preparation for cellular division. Okay? Ang tawag sa mga to ay chromatids. Okay? The chromatids carry the genetic information. Eventually, they duplicate in order to dense up. Kailangan dumami sila sa loob ng nucleus. Okay? Sa loob ng nuclear membrane. Okay? After that, in prophase, they form chromosomes. So, chromosomes na sila dito. Okay? So, after nun, and then, the nuclear membrane dissolves. So, wala na yung nuclear membrane dito sa prophase. Okay? Next one. Remember, in metaphase, letter M, middle. The chromosomes align in the middle. They are being attached. They are attached and being aligned by the spindle fibers. Okay? And this is the centrosome. Okay? And then in anaphase, remember, in anaphase, letter A, away. Letter A, away. The chromosomes start to move away from each other. Okay, maghihiwalay na sila. So yung genetic trait, hahati sila and will be equally distributed to each other. Okay? It's too loud. Nakapause ako. Okay, so okay, next. So yeah, again, anaphase, the chromosomes move away from each other and ayan, that's why it's called anaphase. Anaphase, away. And then, meron na tayong cleavage furrow na nako-form dito in preparation for cellular division. In telophase, the last stage, ayan, mag-start na siyang mag-separate into two daughter cells and then, masa-separate na yan eventually and then, a cellular membrane is formed again. O yan. And then, mag-start na siyang mag-divide into two daughter cells with 46 chromosomes. Okay? So these are again two identical daughter cells. No noise muna, please. Move over there. Okay, next. Let's clear this up. Okay, next is the, let's dig deeper. So sa interphase, it is the period which takes place, which takes the longest. Bakit? Kasi kailangan mag-duplicate yung genetic information sa loob ng nuclear membrane in preparation for cellular division. Okay? Just like parang pagbubuntis. Kailangan muna niyang ma-develop yung baby sa loob before it can give birth, okay? Before it can give birth to two daughter cells. So it takes the longest because it's preparing for cellular division. And kailangan muna, remember, doon sa isang cell natin, meron tayong mga organelles. Meron tayong mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and so on. So they need, kailangan muna nilang ma-dissolve, and then kapag na-form ng bagong two daughter cells, lilitaw ulit sila. They start to reorganize in order to perform their specific function. Okay? As the cell prepares for reproduction, it duplicates its DNA and takes the necessary internal and external measures to successfully undergo the process. Again, sa interface, dadami yung mga chromatids para ma-duplicate yung genetic information para equally distributed sila sa two daughter cells. Kailangan kung ano yung genetic information sa daughter cell A, nandun din dapat sa daughter cell B because they are identical. They are the same. Next. Stages of interface. So, meron pang stages of interface. So, dito, meron pa tayong mga organelles. Meron pa tayong mitochondria. Ayan. Meron pa tayong endoplasmic reticulum. And the centrosome plays a major role in cellular division because ito yung magsisilbing spindle fiber to which mag-a-align yung mga chromosomes. Okay? So the first stage of interface, the cell grows in size, produces proteins, and synthesizes its own organelles, meaning it starts to dissolve its own organelles and then will eventually reorganize and reappear after cellular division. It carries out its normal cellular functions, metabolism, responding to signals, and so on. Metabolism, why? In order to produce energy, okay? In order for us to do our different daily activities. Next. The synthesis phase naman. The DNA replication occurs resulting in duplication of each chromosome. Nandito pa sila. Nagkukumpulan pa sila dito. Magulo pa sila dito. Okay? So, kasi kailangan munang madoble yung bawat genetic information to equally distribute to two daughter cells. Okay? Remember that. It takes a lot of time to duplicate the genetic information in preparation for cellular division. Okay? Each chromosome is copied to form two daughter chromatids. Makikita niyo yung itsura ng chromatids later on. Alright, next. Ayan. The cell continues to grow and produce proteins and organelles necessary for cellular division. Ang kailangan lang naman na organelle dito for cellular division is the centromere. Itong mga to, they will dissolve ng unti-unti. Kailangan mo ma-dissolve mo na sila in order to facilitate cellular division. Okay? Next. This is the anatomy of your chromosome. So, ayan. So, merong short arm, merong long arm. Ito yung short arm, ito yung long arm. Okay? So, ang chromatid, ito sila. Yung isang strand of genetic information. Ito yung DNA natin, yung genetic information, nasa loob siya ng chromatid. Okay? They pair up, they form one chromosome. Okay? This is the centromere, and this is the telomere, yung dulo ng chromosome. And then, chromatid to. Okay? Mahati siya sa gitna, magiging chromatid. Okay? And of course, the DNA inside the chromosome. Next. So we're done with the interface. Let's now go to prophase. Again, mitosis pa lang tayo. Okay? So sa prophase, the centrosome duplicates forming mitotic spindle. Ito yung centrosome natin. Magiging duplicate siya, madadoble siya. Okay, and then in order to form mitotic spindle, this is the mitotic spindle. Ito yung kung saan mag-a-align sa gitna yung mga centrosomes natin. Okay? And each centrosome is composed of aster. Yung aster, ito yung mga para siyang mga microvilli, para siyang mga hair-like projections. Dito, sila yung mag-produce ng spindle fibers, and then yung mga hair-like projections na to, ito yung mag-a-attach dito sa dulo ng cell para to maintain the alignment of the center of the chromosomes. Okay? Nakadikit yung mga aster na to dito sa dulo ng cellular wall ng cellular membrane in order to maintain the alignment of the chromosomes. Okay? Chromatin undergoes progressive condensation due to supercoiling resulting in the formation of chromosomes. So dahil they coil with each other, eventually mafo-form yung mga chromosomes. So ayan yung chromosomes natin. Okay? Next. Okay. The microtubules, again, sa prophase pa rin tayo, the microtubules begin to push the centrosome apart. So, ito yung centrosomes. The microtubules, this one, they begin to push them from each pole in order to serve as parang sila yung tagahawak nung mga centrosome para hindi sila gumalaw. And they can align in the middle in preparation for cellular division. All right, the nuclear envelope starts to break down. So as you can see, wala na kayong makikita nuclear membrane dito. Okay, nawala na siya, na-dissolve na siya. And will eventually gradually dissolve, sorry. Next. So the centrosome will align themselves at the poles of the cell. So ito yung centrosome at the poles sa kabilaang dulo. So the growing microtubules cover the area of the dissolved nucleus. So ito, yung microtubules, eventually naka-align na siya. Sa metaphase na tayo. So remember, metaphase, middle. Okay, letter M, metaphase, middle. The chromosomes start to align in the middle, in metaphase. Okay? The growing microtubules cover the area of the dissolved nucleus. Okay? So ito na yung napalit sa nucleus, yung mga microtubules natin, fibers. Aster attaches to the cell membrane. So hindi lang siya nakalitaw dito, pero itong yung centrosome natin, meron siyang mga naka-attach dito sa dulo para hindi gumalaw yung mga centrosome natin, yung mga chromosomes natin sa gitna in preparation for cellular division, of course. The chromosomes align at the cell's equator. So ito yung equator natin. So the chromosomes align at the equator of at the cell's equator during metaphase with the fibers of the mitotic spindle. Ito, again, yun lang, inulit lang yung sinabi kanina. The microtubules attached to each centromere are attached to each centromere of the chromosome. So ito yung yan. Centromere yung sa gitna siya ng centrosome. Okay, so the centromere is where the microtubules are attached. The microtubule fibers. Okay. Next. The anaphase, remember, anaphase, away. The chromosomes divide and move to the end poles. So they move away from each other. Okay. The anaphase is the shortest phase. An enzyme called separase will split the two groups of the chromosomes. And then the cell elongates at its face. The cell elongates, it forms para siyang oval. Siyempre, mag-i-start na siyang mag-divide. That's why it starts to elongate. Okay? Again, anaphase, away. So as you can notice here, nahati lang yung isang chromosome. Yung isang part ng chromosome dito, nandito. Yung isang part ng chromosome dito, napunta sa kabila. Meaning, yung genetic information dito, napunta sa kabila. And the same genetic information went to the other side. So, kung ano yung genetic information sa kabila, nandun din sa kabila. In order to produce two identical daughter cells. Okay? Mapulang! No, it's loud. No. Don't touch the... Don't make noise. Singin muna. Okay. Continue. Next. Okay. So, let's proceed to telophase. Ayan. As you can notice, meron ng bagong nuclear membrane dito, nuclear envelope. Ayan. And nag-i-start nang lumitaw yung mga organelles natin dito. Meron na siyang mitochondria and endoplasmic reticulum, as you can notice here. And then magko-coil up na naman yung mga chromatids. Okay? Dadami na naman sila in order to divide again. Okay? So two new nuclear envelopes begin to form, each containing the information for each new cell. So kung ano yung information dito sa daughter cell A, ganon din ang mapupuntang information sa daughter cell B. So they are the same. Okay? So the microtubules that aid in the migration of two groups of chromosomes disappear. So as you can see, yung microtubules natin, they start to disappear. Babalik sila sa centrosome natin. Okay, the chromosomes start to decondense, exposing the DNA and initiating the process characteristics in the characteristic of an independent cell. And then, yung chromosomes natin will eventually decondense at mapo-form na yung mga organelles natin in order to perform their own functions. Next. Okay. In cytokinesis, a cleavage furrow forms, ultimately separating the two daughter cells. So, sa cytokinesis, meaning cellular division. So, totally madidivide na into two daughter cells yung isang parent cell. Okay? Each with the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell. So, 46 dito and 46 dito. So, nakuha na ng mitosis yung kanyang goal to produce two daughter cells with the same number of chromosomes. So let's proceed with meiosis. What is meiosis? A type of cellular division where a single cell divides twice and produces 4 daughter cells with half the amount of genetic material. So from 46 chromosomes, magiging 4 daughter cells with 23 chromosomes. So, 4 na daughter cells ang goal na ma-produce natin with 23 chromosomes each. Okay? That are unique from each other. Okay. Why is meiosis important? Meiosis makes sure that all organisms produced via sexual reproduction contain the correct number of chromosomes, half from each of the parent, in order to form a new cell na with unique genetic information. Okay? Kapag nag-fuse na yung egg cell and yung sperm cell, they both have different types of genetic information, and then it really depends on the dominant trait na lang kung ano yung lilitaw na dominant trait sa offspring. Okay? So again, the main goal of meiosis is for reproduction. All right, fun fact. Humans typically have 46 chromosomes, which come in pairs with 23 inherited from each parent. Okay? 23 from the mother, 23 from the father. So this is your zygote. It's an example of a fertilized egg, which is starting to divide na siya. Nagdi-divide na siya sa gitna. Ito na yung mitosis na to kasi na fertilized egg na siya. So magproceed na siya sa mitosis. Okay? From meiosis, nabuo yung fertilized egg because of meiosis. Kailangan mag-grow and mag-develop ng fertilized egg na to using mitosis. Okay? So, meron din siyang stages. Meron din siyang PMAT, the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis. Okay? The prophase 1, the chromosomes condense, just like the chromosomes, they duplicate, and the nucleolus breaks down. Ayan, yung nuclear membrane, mawawala din siya. As the chromosomes move around, crossing over happens. This means genetic material can be exchanged. Okay? So magpe-pair up yung mga chromosomes, just like what I said earlier, magpapares-pares yung mga chromosomes in order to share genetic information. Next, the metaphase 1 naman. So from prophase 1 to metaphase 1, the chromosomes align in pairs. Ayan, kung sino yung mga nag-partner sa prophase, mag-a-align sila sa gitna. Again, metaphase, middle. The chromosomes align in the middle. In this case naman, kung sa mitosis, isang chromosome lang yung naka-align, yung hindi sila pares. In this case naman, they align in the middle in pairs. Okay? The chromosomes align in pairs in the center of the cell. Random assortment occurs. This means that the chromosome pairs line up randomly. Next. Anaphase 1, anaphase, the chromosomes start to move away from each other. Yung mga magkapares kanina, they move away from each other. Chromosome pairs separate and move to the opposite poles of the cell. This ensures each cell contains half the number of the chromosomes. So, ito, mag-i-start na siyang mag-half ng number of chromosomes. Okay? Okay, two new nuclei formed. Two new nuclei form around each cell of the chromosome. So meron na siyang nuclear membrane dito sa telophase 1. Magpo-form na ng, same with the mitosis, sa telophase, magpo-form na ng non-nuclear membrane. The cytoplasm splits and 2 haploid daughter cells are formed. So ito, from 46 chromosomes, magiging 23 chromosomes na lang sila. Okay? So yun yung pinaka-goal ng meiosis. Next, so dalawang daughter cells pa lang to. So these 2 daughter cells need to divide again in order to produce 4 daughter cells. Okay? So, prophase 2 na tayo. Kailangan pa natin ng dalawang daughter cells in order to form 4 daughter cells. Okay? Sa stage 2 na tayo. So, sa prophase 2, same din. To allow for haploid cells to develop. Either sa lalaki, to form sperm cells. Sa babae naman, to form egg cells. Okay? The chromosomes condense. Same thing, same procedure, nag-iiba lang yung number ng chromosomes, okay? So the chromosomes condense in the prophase, they begin to coil up and they begin to duplicate. And then in metaphase 2, the chromosomes, this time hindi na sila pares, okay? This time the chromosomes align in the middle individually, not by pair, in metaphase 2. This is the stage 2 of meiosis, okay? The chromosomes align single file in the center of the cell. This occurs to ensure sister chromatids separate in the next. So somewhat, this is like mitosis, okay? Kasi iisang chromosome na lang yung naka-align. They do not align by pairs. Individually aligned na lang sila. Okay, and then, so remember ha, meron tayong 23 chromosomes dito. Ito meron ding 23 chromosomes. Okay? Next. Sa anaphase naman, sister chromatids separate and move to opposite ends of the cell. So, nung una, mag-iisa lang yan. Okay. Tapos, nag-divide. Nag-divide lang. Hindi sila nag-separate. Nag-divide into 2. So, it divided into 2 daughter cells that are the same. With the same number of chromosomes. Okay? Sister chromatids separate and move to the opposite ends of the cell, distributing genetic information. This ensures the daughter cell remain haploid. Okay, it's to make sure na merong 23 chromosomes dito at merong 23 chromosomes sa kabila. Okay? Say for example, ito yung chromosome. Okay, mahati siya sa gitna and then yung number of chromosomes dito, masi-separate lang siya. And then, this one has 23, this one has 23. So, magsa-separate lang sila. So, in order to maintain 23 chromosomes. This ensures the daughter cells remain haploid. That means they have the genetic material of the original parent. The telophase naman, ayan, magpo-form na ng nuclear membrane and then it will eventually start to divide in order to form 4 daughter cells. So meron na tayong 4 daughter cells. So mag-i-stop na siya dyan. 4 new nuclei form around each of the chromosomes. The cytoplasms splits and form 4 daughter cells that are unique and different from each other. Next. The whole process, so ito siya. Ang pinaka meiosis in a nutshell. So, let's have a recap. So, mag-start siya sa prophase. The chromosomes start to condense in the middle and they start to duplicate and they pair up. Okay, once they pair up, they align in the middle as pairs. In pairs, and then in metaphase, and then in anaphase, so ito 46 pa sila. Sa anaphase, ang goal ng anaphase maging 23 chromosomes na lang yung dalawang daughter cells. Okay, 23 dito and 23 dito sa kabila. Okay? Remember that. Okay? So, nangyayari ang division ng number of chromosomes sa anaphase. Okay? And then eventually sa telophase, magi-start na siyang mag-divide and forming two nuclear membranes, producing two haploid daughter cells. Okay? Next, after ng cellular division, so kailangan natin ng four daughter cells. So kailangan nito ulit mag-divide. Okay? So ito sa prophase 1, para siyang mitosis na siya. Okay? So sa prophase 1, yung mga chromosomes condense in the middle, and then the chromosomes will not align in pairs, but in this case naman, individually aligned na sila sa metaphase. And then, in anaphase, the chromosomes divide and move away from each other, and then eventually start division and form new nuclear membranes here. Okay? And then, kapag halimbawa, say for example, this is the sperm cell, and this is the egg cell. The sperm cell has 23 chromosomes, di ba? Ang egg cell has 23 chromosomes. Okay? Kasi ito yung pinaka-goal ng meiosis, to produce egg cell sa mga babae, sa lalaki, to produce sperm cells that have 23 chromosomes per cell. Bawat isang sperm cell meron siyang 23 chromosomes, bawat isang egg cell meron siyang 23 chromosomes. Kapag yung dalawang to nag-fuse, naka-form ng isang fertilized egg, 23 plus 23, magiging 46 na ulit siya. Okay? And then, kapag nabuo na yung fertilized egg na to, kailangan na siyang maging baby. So, kailangan na niyang mag-grow and mag-develop. And will eventually proceed to mitosis. In order to grow, to develop, and to repair if needed. Okay? So what could go wrong in mitosis? So this topic will be discussed in another time. So thank you again for listening. I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. So if you have any questions regarding our lesson for today, you may send me a message, and then I'll be more than willing to enlighten you with the topic. And other than that, I hope to see you soon in the face-to-face classes. You all have a great day. Thank you.